remember when I was going to see a cardiologist, just wanted like a heart checkup back in the fall. And I remember having this consult and being like, yeah, I'm interested in my ApoB. Like I want to know my LP little a. Like I'm like listing all these things. And I remember talking to you after and you're like, do you think all these doctors are like, shit, we got another one who listens to Attia's podcast? Like
100% they do. Yeah, they're pissed. Especially because they might come back and say something like, oh yeah, your LDL is a little bit high. And the person's like, well, doesn't that not really matter as much as like the total ratio? They have to, because listen, I think up until very recently, people have taken doctors' words at face value and like, you're the doctor, you're the boss. It is what it is. And now doctors are going to start getting questioned a little bit. And they probably don't like that.
There's definitely an element of that. There's also just the way that the system's set up. Like insurance covers some things and not other things. And he talks about medicine 2.0 versus medicine 3.0 and basically being reactive, like in a reactive system like we have now versus focusing more on prevention. And like when I went and got this checkup, the nurses, the front desk lady, like everyone was blown away. They're like, we haven't seen a 35-year-old here and I don't even know how long. Like you just want to, she's like, one of the nurses was like, I really commend you. This is awesome that you're interested in this and doing this. But the thought of like, and Attia talks about colon cancer screenings being a big one and him thinking that age should be much earlier than what it is now. And he talks about his personal experience of at 40 years old paying thousands of dollars out of pocket because basically the risk associated with having something at that age and like the cost, it made sense, but it's not something that is standard practice in the American healthcare system right now, or I don't know in other countries. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if and when that shift takes place on a more macro level, rather than just right now we have a bunch of individuals who are trying to improve and better their own health through cardio and strength training and nutrition and all of these things we know about, sleep, stress management. But if and when that bleeds into prevention being part of a bigger system. Yeah,
like trying to, as Attia says, and we'll sort of get into that book club, just little bits and pieces as we get through it, but trying to, he says fast death waits for no one, and something about slow death, how just you're dying for a long time before it gets to a point in which like you need the reactive stuff. So it's being aware of it from a very early age, or for as early as you possibly can, to try and take care of it.
Yeah, the atherosclerosis that might end up causing heart attack at age 84 for you could start developing in your 30s. And you can do something about that through diet and exercise.
Yeah, that's exactly right.